The idea that a large primate's roaming the forest of North America undetected may seem a little out there. But so would a TV show starring a pig, wouldn't it? And by now you realize that exists, because you're watching it right now. Contrary to popular belief, pigs are actually quite intelligent. Cricket, for example, maintains an intelligence quotient that's comparable to your average northeastern Pennsylvania. Right now it's nearing the end of July and the temperature outside is nearly 100 degrees with humidity. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating like a hog. I've always enjoyed summers in the Poconos. The area is always teeming with wildlife. There's no shortage of some type of creature for me to get some footage of on any given day. At any moment I feel like I can turn around and catch a glimpse of a deer or even a bear right here in my backyard. The area I live in is very isolated and quite remote. It's a rural area and it's a good place to raise a pig as a domesticated animal. She's very good on a leash. You can see she behaves mostly like a dog. She's well trained, she takes orders well, and she's a fast learner. As an actor, she requires almost no direction. And what's most important to understand is that pigs are actually very clean animals. There's nothing she enjoys more than a little bath on a summer day. And if you look close, it's almost as if she's trying to tell you something. But sometimes explaining your point of view can be exhausting. But the truth is that pigs cannot vocalize their thoughts, and until they do, the truth will remain simply as an idea in your mind. The same way that Sasquatch is nothing more than an idea. Until people are able to catch one and put on a leash, Sasquatch will only exist inside the minds of humans. So it is within my own mind that I will do my investigation today. And by ingesting some berries that possess mild hallucinogenic properties, perhaps I can transcend my mind into the astral plane and explore Sasquatch as a transdimensional phenomenon. The human mind is like a doorway. It can be opened like a portal to transport you to another plane of existence. You simply need to step through. We don't know what we'll find at the other side of that door, but the official protocol is still to destroy all signs of life on sight. I must still be tripping because later that night, I can't believe what I see on a research organization website, that there was, in fact, a confirmed sighting of Sasquatch documented just over a year prior to the shooting of this episode. It's clear to me now that my next investigation is going to take me only a few miles down the road to a small town called Wingate, Pennsylvania. Must still be tripping, because why else would it seem to be snowing in the middle of July? Another beautiful day in the Poconos. As you can see, all my vegetables are coming in nicely. We're reaching the end of July now, so we're gonna go check out a recent sighting that happened less than a year ago in Wingate, Pennsylvania, which is only a couple miles away from here. Hopefully we can catch a glimpse of Sasquatch in his native habitat. Welcome to Wingate, a gap in time, established in 1893. There's an Appalachian Trail, mostly small businesses, local theater, and a very small, quaint post office, of which I have a shared history, as Wingate was once my mail delivery jurisdiction, but that's a story for another day. My investigation takes me to the Appalachian Trail today, in hopes of finding some evidence that would support the existence or the presence of a Bigfoot in this area. Wingate is mostly residential, small suburban type neighborhoods with a handful of local parks. The Appalachian Trail takes me straight through state game lands, and as you can see on the map courtesy of Google Maps, the area is quite large and expansive in comparison to the town of Wingate. The entrance to the Appalachian Trail is right along an overpass. The trail begins as it veers off from the overpass, alongside the highway, and into the woods. It's not long until I get to the power lines, which cut straight through the middle of the game. As you can see, the trail is pretty well marked. And it's not long until I arrive at the overlook. Now it's time to check in with Cricket.
No sign of Sasquatch anywhere. How are things looking down on your end? Alright, Cricket, I got to the top of the overlook, and Cricket, do you hear me? Over. No sign of Sasquatch up this way. Just checking in with you now. How are things on your end, Cricket? Over. Great. Do you copy? Over.
There certainly appears to be enough wide-ranging wooded area around the town of Wingate for a large, hairy, ape-like Sasquatch to move around undetected. I just simply didn't get any evidence of it. But it's worth investigating, because even if I am able to procure simply some residue or hair samples that mammals tend to leave behind, and maybe that will be all the tangible, conclusive evidence I need to prove the existence of a Sasquatch. There aren't many animals that are residing in this area that I haven't obtained video footage of yet. And if Bigfoot exists, then I certainly know that I'll be able to catch a video of him at some point or another. It's just a matter of making sure I stay out there. So my Wingate investigation didn't bring me any results. But all of northeastern Pennsylvania is surrounded by vast wooded areas and many different locations for me to check off my list. Okay, so just to recap,
Okay, so just to recap, we went to Wind Gap, explored on the Appalachian Trail on both sides, and didn't see any sign of Sasquatch, not this time around anyway. Not like last time in upstate New York when we saw the tree that was broken in half. There weren't any signs indicating that Sasquatch had been in the area recently at all. If I venture out and try to find sign of Sasquatch in a place where I think it might be looking for water or food, and I see a sign that correlates to that area, and then I see repeating signs in similar areas that fit the same criteria, then I must hypothesize that perhaps this Sasquatch is a living flesh and blood creature just like anything else. It requires food and water. I'm entering into my next location, which is Delaware Water Gap, where I'm going to be exploring the Appalachian Trail there as well, and theorizing that if I go to areas that fit the criteria, that have water and are readily available for Sasquatch, then I should be able to find some sign that might mean water. So if I find similar signs of food or water in different areas that fit the same criteria, then perhaps there's something to the Sasquatch mystery after all.